WWE avoided a major mistake with Becky Lynch. In today's video, we're going to be talking about it because I understand that Becky Lynch's big WrestleMania return and plans following it, well, it's been very controversial. A lot of fans do not like the way that it went down. A lot of people don't like the way that they did Bayley wrong. And I get that. And you know what? I'm sympathetic to it. I'm about to absolutely go off on that as we get in today's video. Becky Lynch going on a hiatus in May of 2024 was a massive deal. It was a huge impact to WWE and its talent roster. Its in-depth talent roster at that. She's a big name. She's one of their biggest stars. And so when you lose someone like that, yeah, it's going to hurt. It's going to sting. And so she went off and she opted not to sign a new deal, dropping the Women's World Championship to Liv Morgan at the King and Queen of the Ring PLE and going out to Hollywood and doing her thing out there. And there was countless reports, hey, Becky Lynch is coming back. Hey, Becky Lynch is doing this. Hey, Becky Lynch might be here. Yet we had to wait and wait and wait. Now, we later found out that WWE simply was just trying to get the man back on television. The only problem was the two could not see eye to eye when it came to creative, whether Becky had an issue, whether WWE had an issue. And so Raw on Netflix comes and goes, and that premiere is done, and there's no Becky Lynch. The Royal Rumble comes and goes, and there's no Becky Lynch. Elimination Chamber comes and goes, and there's no Becky Lynch, to the point where people are like, is she going to ever return, right? She played it up in the media, talking about how she's not wrestling anymore. She doesn't know when she's going to wrestle, yada, yada, yada. Then WrestleMania Saturday comes along. What happens? You're watching the pre-show, boom, all of a sudden you see an angle, a major angle. It's Bayley in the backstage area laid out. She was attacked by a mystery attacker. What is going on here? And then we find out, hey, Lyra Valkyria, you know how you're supposed to challenge Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the tag team championships at WrestleMania Sunday? Yeah, good. You want to do that? You best find a partner. So they bring back Becky Lynch. Following night, Monday Night Raw, Becky Lynch turns heel. She attacks Lyra Valkyria after she was pinned by Liv Morgan, who hit the Oblivion. And people are like, wait a minute. We're already upset that you come back and you replace Bayley. We're already upset that you take Bayley's moment away from us. But now you're just going to come back for a one-night tag team title run only to lose the titles and turn on Lyra and be a heel? Well, I don't know about y'all, but that's a heel if I've ever heard of one. Think about it. It's perfect. She comes back. She takes out a fan favorite, sets up a program. It gets her heat. She wins a title. She Hulk Hogan's it. She outrages people. That's what the role of a heel is. That leads me to today's video. I think if you look at the situation at hand, WWE could have gone in a much worse situation. PW Insider came out with a report this week, or recently, I should say, and it was very interesting. So you know how I was telling you, there was countless ideas for Becky Lynch. They just couldn't hammer out creative. Well, according to PW Insider, there was a very interesting pitch made. What if I told you that WWE had the grand idea that we were going to put Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair together as a tag team? Two members of the Four Horsewomen, right? What are we doing? So PW Insider reported that early pitches envisioned Flair and Lynch forming a tag team. The pitch would have seen them unite around the Royal Rumble and then face Io Sky and Asuka around WrestleMania, but plans eventually changed. Now, let's take a step back here for a minute. How do we get around this, right? Charlotte Flair returns at the Royal Rumble. Most people envisioned that they had that set in stone in early January. Most people figured she was going to win the Royal Rumble literally, probably in the fall of 2024, right? It's like a Charlotte Flair, she's coming back, etc. She is going to challenge Tiffany Stratton for the women's title at WrestleMania. Hypothetically, Becky Lynch is back. Where would she have fit in all of this? Like, where would she have fit at WrestleMania? Because if you had plans, remember the WWE Unreal trailer as well as Fightful. It was all confirmed that at one point WWE was actually planning to do Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair for the women's world title at WrestleMania. And then they opted to put Io Sky involved. Where would Becky Lynch have fallen? Would she have battled Io Sky at WrestleMania in a singles match with Charlotte Flair gone on to WrestleMania and challenge, ultimately losing to Tiffany Stratton? Like, what would have been the game plan? What would have been the conclusion? That is a major, major guessing game. It's a major question mark I don't have the answers to. I will say this. I think it actually worked out better. Think about this. Think about this. Yes, WWE avoiding Charlotte versus Becky, that's a great thing. We don't need to see them as a tag team, especially as a heel, babyface. It doesn't matter. They're bitter rivals. They're not teammates, okay? Number two, you give Tiffany still that big rub with Charlotte. Now, in regards to Becky, I don't know what she would have done at WrestleMania. I do wish, and I still think, that WWE made a major mistake by having Bayley not get able to work the match. All that needed to be happening, if you really wanted to set up a situation in which Becky was feuding with Lyra or with Bayley or with both, you could have had Bayley go through with the match. They could have lost the match and then Becky comes out there and lays them out. You could have had Bayley do a distraction and then lay them out. There's so many different ways. You could have waited till Monday Night Raw. You could have done just a distraction. You could have had a tease moment where Becky, made us believe that, hey, they're together. There's so many different ways that you could have gone with this. Now, they didn't do so. That's on WWE. But the idea of having Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair as a tag team, I absolutely do not like that idea. And I think that they made the right call. Now, is this a situation in which WWE will avoid going forward? Maybe, maybe not, right? We don't know. All I know is this. The idea of Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair as a tag team is bad. It's a bad one. But at the end of the day, whether Becky nixed it, whether Charlotte nixed it, whether WWE nixed it, I don't really care who nixed it. The fact of the matter is this. Someone nixed it. And that's all that matters. We didn't go through with it. We did not make the mistake. We avoided it. And I think if you're a WWE fan, hey man, that's all you can ask for, right? Like, bravo, I'll take it. And we move forward. And we go on. And we see what we got to do. We see what we can do. And at the end of the day, WWE can go and do their thing. And it's going to be fine. All will be well. And we move on.